Sound test. Alright. Yee. Alright, always explore. Always bonfire aesthetic. How to make a hot chick. Included for free. This part's not necessary to becoming overpowered, but if you're gonna become overpowered, you might as well look good.
The only difference between S and A tier is that S tier people are trapped.
There it is. There we go. Good enough. Alright, this is my start for every single damn character I ever make. Unless I'm making a strongman tank. And then we go full mustache bald guy. You can see character creation came out just fine. Nice and pretty. So you need a lot of adaptability. Now, this is optional, but I like to do it while I'm here. Since you start as an explorer, you get these 8 witching urns. So you backtrack on across the bridge. Run up here. Be mindful of your positioning while you lock on, because sometimes you can throw in the wrong direction. But you have just enough of these bombs to kill this guy. Since your only weapon is a dagger, it's very nice to get this ring from the start. You have exactly enough bombs, so if you miss, you're going to have to get up and melee him. But Stone Ring adds 30 poise damage to all your attacks, so you get a ton of extra stun capability with your little dagger. It ends up being more stun than a greatsword at this point. From here, we're not going to spend any souls. It's nice to get the souls from that hooker. It helps us later. Run up through here. Bonfire, smash this, get a life gem and a torch. can always come back here later. Nothing matters right here till you get a fragrant branch anyway. There's an Estus shard in there, so come back once you get a fragrant branch you can spend. Not your first branch, like your third or fourth branch, come back here. Ooh, almost killed myself. Make the bonfire. Don't need to talk to the maiden yet. Alright, from here, come up here, get the Homeward Bones. We're gonna go kill Dragon Rider because it's the easiest way to get a boost to your start. You essentially just want to level your adaptability as high as you can right away, because then it's out of the way and you can just play the game normally after that. So by starting as the Explorer, since you have the highest starting adaptability, and then getting Dragon Rider to fall off the edge really easily, it gives you enough souls to finish leveling your adaptability to where you can just pretend it's not even a part of the game anymore and play normally while being able to dodge everything effectively. Shield kind of matters. There's a different shield you can grab. I just like that one more than the small leather shield because it looks better. This is souls. Haven't played in like a month, but shouldn't hinder this run at all because it's just a basic start. This is pretty much going to set you up to build any build you want from scratch with very minimal effort, because you can become very overpowered quickly. You'll be able to dodge and have the mobility you need to avoid attack. I didn't mean to sit at that bonfire. Once you can dodge anything and kill anything, then from there you can build any build you want. So don't pull these levers. If you kill those knights and pull the levers, it makes this cheese harder. I'm sure it's possible, but I haven't figured out the strategy for doing it with the levers pulled. Pretty much just gonna run straight up to this boss. Don't need to fight anything, we just have a dagger, so unless we can crit it, we're pretty much not gonna try to fight it. But Stone Ring helps us push certain enemies out of the way, if we have to. So enter the fog, turn around immediately, and watch for his foot to cross that line. And then sprint, roll, walk over to the edge here, and he'll fall off. Just that simple. You want his foot to cross this line of bricks. The moment his foot steps over this line of bricks, you're gonna just cut through that corner and stand over here on the edge, and he'll fall off pretty much every time. Easy. Tons of souls right at the beginning with no effort, no combat, just a little bit of running. Like the bonfire. Exhaust her dialogue while you're here because it saves you time later. Talks about gullible people and then you're done talking to her.
I expect without to a place. Sorry. No.
She opens a shortcut for you, or a passageway later on. So from here, travel back to Majula. Now got enough souls to get roughly 29 adaptability, which is enough for now. It's lose your soul items.
There's one so that is that here to see, however.
Upgrade your Estus with that shard we grabbed at the well. Don't worry about any other stats right now. You just want to only level adaptability all the way up. So we're going to hit 27 adaptability. There's a couple soul items you can grab from around here that'll give you a little more, but once you're above 100 agility, you're pretty much okay for now. I like to go to 105, but pretty much anywhere around 100 is fine unless you're doing PvP. PvP, you can get away with less than 105, but once you fight 2v1s or more, you're just going to get murdered. I like to get my adaptability close to 30. If you get to 30 adaptability, then you can go with 10 attunement and have one spell slot for utility purposes, and it'll cap you at 105 agility, which it's really not necessary to go above that. So from here we're going down. Now that we can dodge everything pretty much. There's certain things that you might have to dodge early or else you're going to get hit, or lingering hitboxes you might still take, but that's why I get a little more agility than I just got. But just that initial start from here makes everything smooth, because you've got enough iframes with the 28 agility or 28 adaptability to pretty much dodge anything you run into. Dodging is the most overpowered mechanic in the game. So getting that out of the way and making it actually effective is just a huge quality of life improvement that we already don't have to worry about. We can just play the game somewhat normally from here. Now, dealing with the second biggest issue, we have a dagger and no stats to wield anything much better. So we're going to go to Cardinal Tower. There's a hand axe in Cardinal Tower that we can two-hand. Fortunately for this build, we started with 4 aromatic ooze, and when we killed that ogre earlier for the stone ring, we got a gold pine resin. There is a bonfire there you can rest at. I personally skip it because it just saves me time when I'm warping later on, not having to scroll past that bonfire. Personal preference. Climb the ladder. So we're gonna get the hand axe and use that to kill the last giant. You could probably just use the dagger, honestly, because its counter modifier is so high. If you mess around at all before, don't go straight to that fog wall. If you take any extra time, those guys will catch you. But you can just run right through here and crash through the barrels. I grabbed this life gem because it clogs up the enemies. They stop to attack you, and it blocks all the guys chasing you from following. So just by picking up that life gem, you can kind of cheese your way through this whole section without fighting anything, even though it's kind of congested. There's gonna be a guy coming up on you. Just light this bonfire. Run upstairs. Just attack this door till it breaks. Crystal Lizard, good luck. Doesn't matter, you can come back and kill it later. It's just a Titanite shard. Grab the hand axe. The door. Probably not a bad idea to heal. That chest is just a small white sun and a repair powder, so you can ignore it for now. You can buy a firebomb from the merchant, and there's a way to blow up that wall right there. I like to take a small detour at the beginning anyway, because skipping this section makes you miss out on potentially an Estus shard. And you're going to want all the Estus you can from the start of the game. So I run up here, maybe pop one more life gem just to be sure. Roll off this corner. Kill that guy, or ignore him. Just jump off over here. You can skip this part, but it's not a long detour. Watch out for the boulder. Getting an Estus shard and access to the Majula Mansion, like you're basically getting multiple Titanite shards and an Estus shard and a human effigy just by getting the key from this guy. So just exhaust this dialogue until it gives you the key. Thank you. You can go back around or you can jump off there. And this section's optional. You can just run straight to the giant boss if you want, but there's a pretty good loot to time spent ratio in this little section just getting that key. I don't quite have enough souls for the key from the merchant hag yet, so I didn't buy it. If you buy the firebomb, you'll have to collect more souls somehow somewhere else. Go up here. Don't worry about fighting the boss. Just grab this and get out of there. Get the green blossom. Go through there for your white sign, but skip that for now. You probably want the rapier first. If you go straight towards that fog wall, that spear guy follows you, so come up here and grab this bone and life gem. And then I run up to these guys to aggro them, but then come up here onto this sword. Wait for them to come up the ramp, step down here, let them keep getting closer, and that gives you enough time to get through this fog wall without fighting anything. Pretty much works every time. And then the shortcut to the bonfire is opened right here, so now you're good. Go down the lift. Say hi to the turtle. I got the hand axe. Boss time. With the aromatic ooze makes pretty quick work of this boss for not investing anything into it. I believe this is part of one of the speedrun strategies anyway, is to just get the hand axe. That adaptability makes a big difference in your success rate in terms of dodging attacks. All these foot stomps have splash damage, so if you're not careful you can just take damage anyway. Low adaptability, you might physically get away and still take damage. So yeah, there's that. 3 souls. Next is Pursuer. This part's optional, but if you can get the parry down, it's a pretty easy, cheap way to get a ton of souls. If you can't get the parry, it's not a big deal. You can use the hand axe to just farm hollows for a little while, and then go back to Majula. Oh, hi, turtle. Another reason why the agility is so good to have. Agility doesn't just affect your iframe dodges, it also affects your Estus and item usage speed. So it can make a big difference in whether or not you even have time to heal, let alone find the space to heal. So So it's pretty much the best stat to get out of the way early, because then you just smooth sailing. So yeah, this boss, totally optional. If you can get him dead, very much worth the time. Unless you just miss the parry and die, 'cause everything is fine. Oh no. You can set him up for another ballista shot, or you can just fight him. Whatever is easier. Hand axe does do some pretty decent damage to it. But if you get the positioning just right, you can just shoot the ballista a second time and it kills him right away. Come down here, grab yourself some nice armor. Homeward bone. Alright, now we want to buy the key. And then exhaust her dialogue, so she'll go to Majula. Just pick up and move or something, just wait till the dialogue repeats. Then Majula. Free the blacksmith, or open his shop for him. Buy the rapier. Once you have the rapier and all those souls you got from the bosses, and you could do this incrementally if you're not willing to risk your bloodstain. But just get the key from the merchant, get the rapier from the blacksmith, level up Dex to 12. Looks like I got some wiggle room here. I'm gonna go ahead and get my 10 attunement and my 30. So that's pretty much all I need for now. Now we've got the rapier, we've got a full 105 agility, which is somewhat excessive, but that's just my golden rule is 105 agility. We don't have any Titanite shards yet, but we got that key to the mansion. So from here you're pretty much good to go. Just find Estus shards, upgrade your weapon. Don't worry about scaling, just upgrade the weapon. It does a ton of damage. Unupgraded rapiers carried me all the way through the DLCs. You can beat pretty much the whole game with it, just as is. So upgrades and infusions and all that will just get you way further along. Down there. Oh yeah, that's just shard. The skeleton does not care for thrusting damage or crits. So fight him at your own peril. He drops an effigy. Or just ignore them, because we don't need effigies where we're going. Upstairs in the mansion is a chest with some Estus shards, or some Titanite shards. And that's pretty much it. Now we can, there's another Titanite shard up inside that house over there. From here, we're pretty much overpowered from scratch. Get a couple upgrades into this rapier. The 140 counter modifier just destroys bosses absolutely fast. You can dodge anything. You can attune a utility spell, which I personally... Oh, hi, skeleton. Once you make your way down to Majula Hole, the first bonfire with all the rats drop a spell called Warmth. And you can use that as a healing spell for any build. It doesn't matter what your stats are, you can just use it. And it doesn't scale with anything, so you get the most efficiency out of it just with the base stats anyway. But yeah, that's overpowered from scratch. You can completely just walk through the game at your own leisure at this point and explore, knowing that you've got plenty of damage, plenty of capability of avoiding damage. And that's all you really need. Well, have fun. Comment stuff in the video if you have any questions.